Hello, 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 and welcome to the Soul Alignment channel. It has been a minute since I've been on here. Whew. Let me just take a few breaths because my heart is racing. As always. Whew. Mm. I feel like I just ran a marathon. I mean, who needs to go running when you could just go live and get your heart racing? But like I was saying, it's been a minute since I've been on here. And I was guided to hop on here and just share this um, and just talk about this because it's important. Like, hmm, I would like to think that one day I'm going to get on here and my anxiety is not going to take over. That's what I would like to think. Um, but I was guided to get on here and just talk about this topic because it's something that my spiritual team just came and reminded me today that there's nothing in this whole wide world more important than you. And I know that that message is not just for me, it's for everybody because there is nothing in this whole wide world more important than you. And you should be your first priority. You know what I'm saying? And I know that the world teaches us something totally different. It's like put everybody before you, like be selfless and put everything before you, right? Your job, your kids, if you have kids, your friends, like that's how we live our life. We always putting others before us. And these last 3 years of me just being by myself, I have really just been coming back home to me and appreciating me. And this has been a long journey of coming back to me and just choosing me and putting me first. And um, the last 3 years has been doing that, but this last year has been very just like abundant in doing that. And this weekend at work, it's funny, I had every client that I had this weekend. When they came to me, the first thing they said was, "Oh, this is my day to choose me." And I was like, "That's great. Like, I'm so proud of you for choosing you." And let me tell you, I told one client today, I said, "I just want to tell you, because I know you probably haven't heard this before, or maybe you don't hear it often enough. Like, I'm proud of you for choosing you today." And she got tears in her eyes and she was like, "Oh, thank you. That means so much to me." Hey, Tel. Hey. Um, yes, I just hopped on here. So, um, yeah. So this is what I'm being guided to just share. So every client that I had yesterday and today said the same thing. And I'm always talking about how the universe will use so many different ways to communicate with you and just remind you that you're on the right path. And so for each client that I had to start out before our session even started, just saying, "Yeah, today is my day to choose me," or whatever, um, just spoke volumes to me. So towards the end of my last session, I started to get emotional and I didn't know why. And As I was driving home, I had this aha moment of just appreciating me and just all of the hard work that I put into this life and coming back to me and choosing me and just how amazing it has been. And I just had to stop and say, you know what? We don't give ourselves enough credit. Like, I don't give my past versions of enough credit of how much work they put into this life for me to get to this space that I'm in. And just having love and appreciation for each and every version of me who, had moments where they wanted to give up and felt like life was so hard, but they kept going. They kept choosing life. They kept choosing them even when they didn't know they were choosing them. Even in the midst of putting other people before them, like they still was taking the steps towards coming back home to self, coming back to me. And so as I'm driving home, I just had this moment where I broke down in the car and started crying. And I was like, man, like I'm just so grateful, not just for the work that I have done, but just for the love, the protection, and the guidance that surrounds me, have been surrounding me my whole life, even when I didn't feel it, even when I didn't know or believe it was there. It was there. And so just having gratitude for that and just having love and appreciation for that, my heart was just overflowing. And so I got home and then I had the biggest cry, like biggest release, tears of joy, and just gave myself a hug. And I can just see and visualize the past versions of me from when I was 6 years old. So six years old is a time that I can remember just feeling so disconnected, so lost, like feeling like I had to um, just be there for myself, like protect myself. It was so many moments, but that's the age that always come back to me of where I felt lost and alone. That age always came up for me. So when I came home, I just gave myself a hug and I just visualized from 6 years old all the way up to now. And I just imagined myself giving each version of me a hug and just telling them, like, thank you. Thank you for not giving up on life. Thank you for choosing to continue to just show up the best way that you knew how with the tools that you had, and just having gratitude for that. And I'm like, we don't take enough time to just appreciate us, to just love on us, to just pour into us. And it's like a foreign language. Like some people don't even want to hear it because they like, what? Pour into me, take care of me, like what? No, they're comfortable with just giving it all to everybody else and to everything outside of them. But for those who have decided, because this time, this season, where we are in time and space, people are awakening back to them. And I keep saying there is no one road to get there. There are so many different paths, but each path leads you back to you. It leads you back home to yourself. No matter what you've been through, no matter what you're going through, each path that you're on, each road that you have taken is a path to always lead you back to you. It's always to come back to center. It's always to come back home, home within yourself, home within your being. And so I just want to say that again, like there is nothing more important in this whole wide world, more important than you. So it's okay to choose you. It's okay to put you first, because guess what? If you're not okay, then how could anybody else around you? Let's just go to, if you're a parent, like if you're not okay and you're not taking care of you, how could you be there at the best version of you, um at your highest potential, to show up for your kids? And so on this path of coming back to me and choosing me, where people say in the world is selfish to put yourself first, is selfless to put yourself first, because then you begin to show up in your relationships differently. It's not, if it's, so it's different if it's coming from your ego versus your soul. So if you leading from your ego, it's always gonna be selfish. It's always gonna be selfish. That's a selfish type of energy when you're coming from your ego. But when you come back to your heart and you're allowing your soul to guide you to coming back home and taking care of you so you can show up and be the best version of you and show up in this world and love and, you know what I'm saying, compassion and all of those beautiful things. When you're able to do that, when you're coming from your soul, it's never going to be selfish. It's always going to be selfless. But you're putting yourself first, and then you're able to pour into others because your cup is always full. You're not waiting for somebody else to come fill your cup. You're filling your cup because it's your job, it's your responsibility. It don't matter what you've been through, who didn't show you what. That don't matter. And I know I'm speaking from experience because guess what? There are so many things, so many ways that I show up in this life that I didn't have no example of, but I rose up and I did it, you know, and I know now that it was just in my soul's blueprint. It's just in my DNA. So it didn't matter where I was raised or who raised me or who brought me up. Like the things that are instilled in me is my soul blueprint. So I can't go against that. I'm going to show up and honor that because I don't know no other way to be. Like that's just my journey personally. I mean that's all I can say because I've always asked, like I don't know what that thing is that keep me going. I don't know how I know these things. I don't know how I keep showing up no matter what has happened to me. Like the way life has tried to break me, it happened. Like I'm still here. I'm still showing up. And so it doesn't matter. Like we can use the excuses all day about I didn't have this or my mom never showed me, my dad never showed me, I didn't have parents, I didn't have, like we can use all the excuses, but that's what it is, just excuses. Because at the end of the day, you have to rise up and choose you. You have to be all of the things that you ever wanted somebody to be for you. So even the younger versions of you, all of those things that you feel like you was lacking or that you were missing, you have to now show up and be that for you. You have to now show up and pour that into you. It's no more playing the blame game or pointing the finger outside of you. It's coming within yourself and saying, you know what, I take full responsibility and accountability for my life. It doesn't matter what I've been through. It doesn't matter. None of that. None of that matters. None of it matters. So when you rise up and you decide to take accountability and responsibility for you and your life, your whole life change. The way you move through life change. You begin to flow with life. You begin to flow with life. And so that's where I'm at now. Is just like, you know what? None of that stuff matters. Like, yeah, it happened. I acknowledged it. I accepted it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I also, the most powerful part of acceptance is realizing that it didn't break me. Like, as long as I still have breath in my lungs, every day that I wake up, I get to choose how I want to show up in this life. Um, how I want to respond to the things that's happening moving forward. You know what I'm saying? And I've had a lot of lessons to bring me to this space of realizing that the things that happen, the experiences that I'm having, the experiences that my soul came here to experience does not define me. So that was the greatest aha moment and me stepping into my power and just breaking free of like nothing defines me. None of those things define me. Even as life continues to go on, stuff gonna continue to come, but it don't define me. It's just the experience. So realizing all of those things, it just feels good. I'm like, man, I don't know about nobody else, but for me, I'm choosing what feels good to my soul. And if it don't, then I'm letting it go. It's just that simple. So that's past traumas, that's all the things. That's all the things. It don't matter what it is. If it don't feel good to my soul, if it's not serving me for my highest good, I'm not holding on to it. Like it's okay. So let me remind you, like it's okay to let it go. It's okay to release it. But you can't release it and let it go, first of all, until you accept it, honor it, like hold space for it and how it affected your life, like honor that. But you don't have to stay stuck in it. You don't have to allow it to consume you. It's not your identity. And I feel like so many people need to be reminded that the life that you were raised in, right? Or you're up, like that stuff does not define you. It does not define you. And I know for myself for a long time, I felt like it did. So it was keeping me trapped because I was like, okay, who am I apart from this? If I let this go, who am I? Who am I? And once I asked that question and my heart was open to receive the answer, and I was shown that I wasn't those things, and I was brought back home to the essence of me, like you are your soul. That is your identity. That is the essence of who you are. So coming back to that and honoring that, coming back home to me has allowed me to show up in this life differently. To know that it's okay to put me first in every aspect of life. Like it's okay to put me first. It's okay to speak up for myself. When something don't sit right with me, it's no more being quiet. It's no more being uncomfortable to make other people comfortable. Cause how crazy is that, right? When you really think about that, how crazy is that? Like we go through life silencing ourselves, making ourselves uncomfortable to make other people comfortable. Make it make sense. Like it's that's not okay. That's not okay. So you rather suffer in silence. You rather suffer and be in that pain, be in that uncomfortable situation to make other people comfortable and make yourself uncomfortable. Just sit with that. Think about it. It don't make no sense. It's a disservice to you. It's you telling you that you don't matter. So it goes back to saying like it don't matter what nobody else is doing outside of you. None of that matters when you're doing the damage to yourself each and every day. So nothing that nobody else doing matter because you're doing the damage. You're doing it when you allowing it, when you're not saying, when you're not speaking up for yourself. Like you're allowing these things to happen. So when you begin to value you and appreciate you, hello y'all. When you begin to value you and appreciate you, then guess what? You show up in life different. You're no longer making yourself uncomfortable to make other people comfortable. You speak up with confidence, being bold, not being rude and arrogant, because that's ego. But when soul is leading and guiding you, no, you're going to speak up for yourself with confidence and you're going to be okay with saying, you know what? I'm not okay with that. I don't agree with that conversation that you having. I'm not about to sit here and gossip with you. I'm not about to sit here and tear people down with you. Like when you start to speak up for yourself, because guess what? For so long, I was sitting in silence trying to keep the peace because I didn't want to rub people the wrong way. But now I'm honoring me, every aspect of me. If it don't sit right with me, if it's something that don't align with me, guess what? I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go. I wish people well, no hard feelings, none of that. Like it's all love. And it's all love, you know why? Because I love me. I love me. So that same love that I'm pouring into myself, I'm able to pour into others. I'm even able to send out to others who I'm not even connected to or who I no longer talk to. Like, no, I wish you well. But we just no longer align. So when you're choosing you, it's going to look like that. It's going to look like letting people go and being okay with it. Like, it's okay. It's not that, they wrong, what they doing is wrong. They on their own path. They on their own journey, but y'all paths no longer align. So it's okay to let it go. Whereas, we're taught like, oh, especially when it comes to family, like, oh, that's family, nothing else matters. Y'all supposed to stick together, just all the things that the world say. All the things that the world say that just never set right with me. Blood is thicker than water, like all of those things. No, I dismantle all of that. I honor people and how they show up. It doesn't matter, blood or not. How you showing up in my life, how you treat me, that's what matters. So it don't matter, stranger or family. If you don't respect, appreciate, love me the way that I love me now, guess what? I have no problem with letting go and allowing you to be who you want to be, where you want to be, and who you want to be with. Like, I have no problem with that. But that's what happens when you realize that there's nothing in this whole wide world that's more important than you. Nothing. Nothing. Hello, y'all. Let me stop and just look at some comments because I'm just sharing from my heart and just what I was shown today. Um, hey, how are you doing? And sliding through to show some love. Hello, hello, hello. So, okay, I'm laughing because Michael's back. Your Father above loves you better than you, and suffering leads you to divine teaching, and love endures. Okay, so listen, Michael, since you're back, listen, okay? That's cool and dandy if you're constantly looking for that outside of yourself. But for me, I know it's in me. So to come back to my heart, to come back home to me and to love me is that love of the divine because I was created in the divine image. So that's the difference. And I mentioned this before on another live. You may have forgotten, but when you know that source is on the inside of you, is not outside of you, then it'll make sense what I'm saying. Because I'm not looking for it outside of me. It ain't coming from outside of me. It's on the inside of me. So every breath that I take, that's the love of the divine. My heartbeat is the love of the divine. When I pour into me, when I choose me, when I decide to not make myself uncomfortable, to make other people comfortable, that's the love of source, which is on the inside of me. So it's that simple. But like I said before, to each his own. We all on our own path, our own journey. If you believe that the love of source is outside of you, then hey, okay. I know it's on the inside of me. I know in every action that I take towards caring for myself, making sure that I'm okay, dealing with the hurt, the trauma, all the things that I've been through, when I take time to tend to those parts of me, that is the love of the divine, love of source on the inside of me. So, that's what it is. Just coming back to self, coming back home, and then speaking about that too. So many people feel disconnected from source, right? God. So many people feel disconnected. But the truth of the matter, the truth at heart is that you feel that disconnect because you feel disconnected from yourself. The moment that you start to go within, the moment that you start to cater to you, pour into you, just love on you in all the ways that you need, all the ways that you need, all the ways that you feel like you want somebody else to come and pour into you, when you start to do those things for yourself, your whole life changed. When you start to do those things for yourself, you begin to see the divine on the inside of you. It's life changing. It's life changing. So, yeah, coming back home to you. Coming back home to you. That's what this whole channel is about. Soul alignment is coming back home to you. The essence of who you are. The essence of who you are is your soul having a human experience. So, your soul blueprint is the essence of who you are. So, starting to sit with yourself and disconnecting from that version of you that was created by the world and all the things that you went through is dismantling all of that and coming back to your heart, coming back to what's true. And how do you do that? You do that by asking questions. Like, why do I like this? Why do I show up in the world the way that I show up? Why do I respond to things the way I respond to things? Right? It's asking a simple question and having your heart open to receiving the answer when it comes to you. Because it's one thing to question and ask the questions, but then if your heart ain't open to receive the truth, not the world's truth, your truth, if your heart is not open to receive the truth, then we ain't getting nowhere. Ain't no change happening, ain't no evolving, none of that. It ain't happening. So, hello, people. But yeah, so that's always gonna be my message. It's always gonna be my message. Sharing my story of how I came back to me, that's always gonna be my message. To help, guide, be the light to guide other people back to them so that this world may be a better place. Because guess what? It starts with us. It starts with us. We can't do nothing for nobody that we're not doing for ourselves. And when you think, like I used to think that I was genuinely loving people. I was thinking that. Like I thought I was genuinely loving people from my heart. But I was loving from my ego. And when you loving from your ego, it looks something like this. I'm gonna just go to my kids because yeah, I've been a mom pretty much my whole life. I feel like it. I had my first son when I was 15. But when you're a parent and you're loving from your ego, you're loving with conditions. You know what I'm saying? It looks like when your kids get older and they start to choose themselves, it starts to look like you saying stuff like, oh, I took care of you your whole life. Oh, I did this for you. And you can't do this for me. You know what I'm saying? It's conditions. That's not unconditional love. That's loving with conditions, and that's ego. But when you come from your soul, when you live in your life from your soul, you already know. Everything that I did because I love you. You don't owe me nothing. And if you show up and you do something out of the goodness of your heart and you decide to do that thing, I love you and appreciate you for it. And if you don't, hey, it's cool. Yeah, ego still gets in the way. Ego still gets upset. But I know the difference now between when my ego's present and when I'm coming from my heart and my soul. I know the difference between the two. Because ego is very selfish. It's all about you in the most negative way. As long as people doing what you want them to do, as long as people showing up and catering to you and doing all the things to, boost your ego, it's all good. But the minute that they disagree with you, the minute that they tell you you're wrong about a situation that your ego want to tell you you're right about, the minute that somebody stand up against your ego, then you want to cut them off. They ain't no good. They ain't this. They ain't that. You know what I'm saying? You know that thing that we do. Hey, we all do it. We all have done it. You know what I'm saying? I have done it before, but I know the difference now. I know the difference now. I had to live in a selfish space. And even in my selfishness, I still, like I said, the essence of who I am, my heart is who my heart is. I am who I am. But I still had to go through the process of the things that I had to experience in this world to shape and mold me to this version of me that I am today. But even I can remember in my 20s when people used to always tell me, like, you're conceited. You think it's all about you. I really did. In the most selfish way. Like, there's nothing that you can tell me. There was nothing that you can tell me at 20. So yes, I was. So I had to experience that to know what the other side of the coin looks like. So now I know the difference between when I'm operating out of my ego and from my soul. So that's what that is. But the journey of soul alignment, the journey of self-discovery and healing, Like the world tell us, it ain't all about you. The world don't revolve around you. All of the things I heard when I was growing up, it's a lie. It's all about me in the most beautiful way, not from ego, not from a selfish space. It's all about me because I know now if I don't take care of me, ain't nobody else gonna take care of me. Ain't nobody else gonna take care of me the way that I take care of me. Ain't nobody else going to love me the way that I love me. And because I love myself in this way, guess what? The bar has been set. So if you ain't meeting that energy, guess what? I'm just not dealing with you. We're no longer aligned. And that's okay, because I realize if you don't value you, how can I expect you to value me? If you don't respect you, how could I expect you to respect me? Make it make sense. It just don't. We cannot do anything for anybody that we're not doing for ourselves. And that's the truth. That's truth right there. And that's worldwide truth. You can't do nothing for nobody that you're not doing for yourself. You can't. And until you start to honor you in all the parts of you, guess what? You ain't never showing up in this world whole and complete. You're just not. So, yes, life happens. All of the things happen. Nobody gets, at least we like to think we didn't choose our path. Who we were raised by, like all of those things that we want to define why we are the way that we are. Like those things are just excuses when you keep trying to hold on to it. Yes, it happened, but when you constantly holding on to it for why you have your heart closed, why you can't make genuine connections, like all of those things, at some point you have to start to take responsibility and accountability for your life. It don't matter what mama did, daddy did, cousin, sister, brother, like none of that matters. And once you set yourself free in knowing that none of it matters, and it matters, like both things are true. But it's you just stepping into your power and saying, you know what, I take full responsibility for me. I'm not giving anybody else my power. I'm not giving anybody else that type of control over my life. That's what I had to do. And when I tell you, it changed my life. Like, I'm not angry. I'm not mad. I never did blame my mom. I always told her that. Like, you holding on to your own guilt and shame. And I keep telling you, like, I see you. I see you. But when somebody holding on to their own guilt and shame, again, they can't see you and they can't accept the love and the forgiveness and the grace that you're giving to them because they haven't forgiven themselves. They don't give themselves grace and they just stuck in that cycle of, oh, I didn't do this. I didn't do this. I wasn't good enough. That repeated cycle. So for me, it's just freeing. I always come back to what feels good. What feels good to my heart and my soul? What is going to make this burden that I've been carrying lighter? And it's saying, okay, my mom did the best that she could with the tools that she had. She did the best that she could with the tools that she had. Period. Yes. Did I feel like at times I was neglected? Like she didn't show? Yes. But guess what? Here's what I would say. When it came to that, my mom was struggling with her things. And so when I was able to go within myself and see me, like all of me, I was able to see my mom in her entirety, like just her whole journey, everything that she'd been through. Like, wow, I was able to have compassion. Like, damn, she did the best that she could with the tools that she had. She didn't even have it. She didn't have it. She didn't have it in her. But guess what? When I came back to gratitude for the things that she did, made sure that we were safe all the time. I wanted her to be at school plays. I wanted her to, take me to the park and do all those things. And as I got older, I was like, I don't remember. I don't have no memories with my mom being at the park. But my mom was scared of her own shadow at the time. She was scared of her own shadow. Like, she didn't want to be around people. So, no, she got other people to take us to the park. She got other people to do those things with us. So when I came back to it, I was like, damn, like I have love and compassion for my mom. Like, versus leaning into anger and resentment because she didn't do all the things that I felt like I needed her to do. Because apparently I didn't need it because I survived. I grew up, I'm still here. I'm this beautiful being. You know what I'm saying? I show up in this life giving love, treating people how I want to be treated. You know what I'm saying? So none of it mattered. And then everything mattered. But I'm not holding on to it. I'm not holding on to the anger, the resentment, all of those things that keep us stuck, all of those heavy baggage that weigh us down in this life. So we get to choose. And a lot of people are afraid of this because it's like, oh, if I ain't got nobody to blame, then what? Then it's all on you. And I don't know about nobody else, but I want that type of power for myself. Not for nobody else, not trying to control nobody else's life. Nope, that's too much energy. I just want to control me, how I show up in this life, and that's it. Guess what? I'm going to share from my heart. I'm going to share my truth, and that's it. Take what resonates, leaves what don't. Live your life. If you're happy, if you're content, if it feels good to your soul, hey, do it. If it don't, then go within yourself and figure out why. The work is not easy, but it's so worth it. It's necessary. When you decide to choose you, when you decide to take accountability and responsibility for your life, all of it. All of it. I just had to get tired of blaming people for why I showed up the way I showed up. Like, it was just that simple. And I was okay with that. Like, I just want to stand in my truth, in my power. Like, I don't want nobody having that type of control over me, that type of power over me. If I'm still angry and holding on to the things, guess what? That person have my power. Because guess what? They're living their life. They ain't thinking about me and why I'm angry. They don't care. They don't care. So why should I sit in that energy of being angry or resentful, or in that energy of where if you just hear that person's name, like, it ruins your whole day? Just think about it. I don't want nobody and nothing having that type of power over me. So that's why it's important to choose you. That's why it's important to know that there's nothing in this whole wide world that's more important than you. And that's when you're coming from your soul, your heart and your soul. It's never going to be selfish. Never. Nope. Because the same standards that you hold for yourself, you're going to hold for others. So I was just telling my daughter the other day, because we have this battle where she likes to be in her pity party. And I'm somebody who, long as I can remember, I've never spent a whole lot of time and energy feeling sorry for myself. Never. Or feeling like, just wanting to be in this, oh, what was me energy. I've never done that. Like, it's not in me. So because I don't do that for myself, it's hard for me to do that for other people. Now, if you want to feel sorry for yourself, I'm sorry, I'm not the person to talk to. I'm not the person to come to. But if you want to be real, if you want me to be honest, if you are looking for that answer that's going to bring you to that next version of you, that better version of you, that empowered version of you, let's have a conversation. But if you're looking for somebody to feel sorry for you and say, oh yeah, girl, like, oh yeah, just stay there, like, this is what it was, and nah. Nope, we're not doing that. So she always get mad. She always get mad. And I told her the other day, like, why are you wasting my time and my energy? Like, my time and my energy is valuable. So why are you wasting my time and my energy coming to me because you want to be in this pity party? If you want to be in your pity party, be in it by yourself, like, or call somebody else who is going to join you in that pity party. I'm not doing that. I don't do that for myself, so I'm not doing it for you. But if you want to come together, we hold space for each other, You know what I'm saying? Like, I can tell you, like, okay, the feelings are valid. Valid, your feelings are valid and how you feel. That person hurt you, your feelings are valid. You know what I'm saying? But then it's gone within yourself. And like I told her, just acknowledging, like, okay, that experience hurt. But not sitting around saying, oh, am I that bad of a person that, this person did that to me? It's like that had nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. Did it affect you? Yes, it did. But how they treat it says everything about them. Now, what you do with that gonna say everything about you, right? Because you can let the hurt come in and bury you, consume you, make you feel less than, all of those things. You can choose what you want to do with that energy. The power of choice is very real. And we get to choose every day. And because I am on the other side of the coin of choosing what feels good. Did that shit hurt? Yes. I'm not about to sit here and say that, hey, that relationship that I thought was going to last, I'm not going to say that the fact that it didn't last didn't hurt me. I'm not going to say the things that I experienced in that didn't hurt me, didn't affect me, because it did. But I chose not to let it define me. I chose not to let it have any power over me. It was an experience, it was just that. So that's what it is. Um, so that's what it is. But it's like, no, I'm not. I'm not. So I know who I am. I'm okay with saying I'm not about to entertain that. If that's what you want, go call somebody else. If you want somebody that's gonna be real with you, gonna tell you the truth, gonna be honest, hey, holla at me. Cause I'm gonna be truthful and honest with myself. I can't do nothing different for you. You know? So there's somebody for every version of you that you want to be. There's somebody to entertain that version of you. But that real version of you, that true, authentic version of you, yeah. When you ready to tap into that, then let's have conversations. Let's talk. I can be there for that, but I'm not about to be there for you to pretend to wear your mask. Hey, do what feels good to you, but don't expect me to jump on your wave. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So, but that's what it is. So, what I was saying, coming back to what I was saying, the world always said, I was always told when I was younger, the world didn't revolve around me. It wasn't all about me. And I realized that that was a lie. It was a lie. It is all about me. It's all about me. It is. And the world definitely revolves around me. And it revolves around you. Because it's doing what it do. We in the world. So how do it not revolve around you? Like, that's what I'm talking about. Dismantling the lies. Dismantling the lies. It's very true. But like I said, how you showing up in that energy depends on what version of you has power and control. Is it your ego or is it your soul? Because your soul, you always gonna be pure. You always gonna be authentic. Authentic. You always gonna show up with love. Unconditional love. Because there's a difference. There's love from ego, which loves on conditions. That says, as long as you're doing what I want you to do, and you know what I'm saying, you're boosting my ego, then hey, we're cool. I love you. But the minute I disagree with you, I disagree with your ego actions, then I'm your enemy. You know what I'm saying? But when you're coming from your soul, you recognize that, nah, I don't have no enemies. I don't have no enemies. We just no longer align. That's it. It don't make you wrong or me right. We just no longer align. It's that simple. I value me, you don't value me. We no longer align. There's no further conversation that needs to be had. It's that simple. When you come to soul alignment, you realize This don't align with me and my soul's journey. That's it. It don't mean that that person wrong. It don't mean that I'm right. I'm honoring my truth. They're honoring theirs. I'm saying it's okay for you to be you because I'm allowing myself to be me. So I'm not trying to hold you back. I'm not trying to tell you that you have to look like me for us to coexist or live in harmony. I'm saying if we realize that we no longer align, it is okay for us to go our separate ways. I still love you. Why? Because I love you unconditionally. My love wasn't based off of a condition. I love you because of who you are, because I love me, because of who I am. And I know I'm not perfect. I know I don't have it all figured out. I know I don't get it all right. I know that I'm still learning and growing. So I hold that same space for you. Like, we all just trying to figure this life out. It's that simple. When you come back to your heart, when you come to soul alignment, you realize that you are soul. You are soul having a human experience, and you're just trying to figure this life out just like everybody else. So when you see yourself, you're able to see others. When you see yourself, you see the divine in you and you see the divine in others. It starts with you. It starts with the man and the woman in the mirror. So that's why there's nothing in this whole wide world more important than you. Because you are the key. You are the key to being able to show up in this life and make the genuine connections the way this life was meant to be experienced. All of the things that happen, I realized for me, I can only speak for myself. All of the things that happened to me on my path, every road that I took, that sometimes I felt like that was the wrong path. That was the wrong thing. Oh my goodness, I shouldn't have went that way. Or if I wouldn't have went that way, this wouldn't have happened. Like, all of that energy, all of that time that I put into regret, having guilt and shame about all of the things, all of that time and energy that I took putting into that, like, it was exhausting. Life was heavy. I felt like I was being weighed down. It wasn't until I decided to let all of that go, realizing that, oh, wait, apart from that, I still am who I am. Like, I am that I am. Like, none of that defines me. The moment that I did that, like, my whole life changed and I began to flow with life. The ups and the downs, the highs and the lows. You can't have one without the other. It's duality. You can't know good if you haven't experienced bad. You can't know what hate is if you haven't loved. Like, it's all of the things. Like, all of those things, they coexist. You can't have one without the other. So when you accept things for what they are and allow yourself to experience life the way you came here to experience life, then you begin to flow with life. So I was talking about, the topic was just talking about how there's nothing in this whole wide world that's more important than you. And choosing you is not selfish when you're coming from your heart and your soul. When you're coming from your ego and you think, oh, like, it's all about me and nobody else matters, like, that's ego. When you're coming from your soul, you realize that it's all about me. I matter, and because I matter, I know everybody else matters. That's different type of energy. That's different type of energy. So I appreciate you. Thank you. So yeah, it's what it is. My number one goal, and I know it's a part of my soul's mission, is just to be the light to help souls come back home to them. So that's why it's important for people to know nothing in this whole world matters more than you, because the world try to make you think that you don't matter and everything else matters more than you. And when you really think about that, that's insane. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. So that's why there's so much chaos, so much confusion, just all the things, all the things. So, just coming back home to you. Every road is leading you back to you once you open your heart. Because a lot of us are walking around with our hearts closed because of all the things that we've been through. We don't want to allow ourselves to feel the bad feelings, but all of your feelings are valid. All of them. I had to realize that. Like, my soul just had to come and show me all the things. Like, there's no avoiding this. You can avoid it. You can avoid it. If your heart is closed and you decide to allow it to stay closed throughout your whole journey, that's a choice, right? So we have that free will. We get to choose. You want to allow your heart to stay closed and not experience the fullness of this life? You have the right to do that too. For me, I just chose the opposite because I know I can't have one without the other. I've tried it. I tried it. Both sides of the coin. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just living in my humanness. I tried that. That didn't work for me. Then I tried just being a soul. Hey, nothing bothers me. I'm this happy soul, this light being. I tried that and that didn't work. Didn't work. It wasn't until I came into soul alignment, honoring my soul and my body. The soul cannot exist without the body. The body cannot exist without the soul. So that's what soul alignment is recognizing that, oh, I'm a soul having a human experience. So you have to honor both parts of you. Both parts. Because otherwise you're just walking around feeling empty and dead inside. If you choose one or the other, like you can't, it's not possible. I mean, hey, otherwise you're a zombie. Like you walking around through life a zombie. That's what's happening when you do that. But when you choose you choose soul alignment, you recognize that, oh, I'm a soul having a human experience. I cannot have that experience without experiencing all of it, the duality of life, the good and the bad. You know what I'm saying? It's, you're going to experience it. You're going to experience heartbreak. You're going to experience joy. You're going to experience, you know what I'm saying? All the things. You can't have one without the other. You don't know what one is unless you experience the other. It's just not possible. So just trust in that. Just some friendly advice. Best practice is to engage with chat every 30 seconds. The algorithm understands this and pushes screamers who do this. I appreciate that advice. I appreciate that. But for me, I know who controls the algorithm. So I'm not here to play by nobody rules. You know what I'm saying? If I'm sharing from my heart, I do. I stop when I'm guided to and I interact with the chat. But I'm not here to play by the algorithm rules. I'm going to be me. And the people who are meant to be here, the people who I'm meant to align with and connect with, genuine connections, because I'm not here to put on a show or, for entertainment purposes. I'm here truly sharing my heart. But I appreciate that. I know you're coming from a good space. But, I'm not, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but I know what I know. I know what I know. So, I just trust what my soul guides me to do. And so when I'm guided to interact with the chat, I do. But the people who know me, who have been on here more than once, they know. They know my heart. They know I'm not ignoring them. I'm just sharing. But I do interact with the chat. I do. It's not about the numbers to me. It's about genuine connections. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is for me. The people gonna come. But the ones who are aligned with what I talk about on this channel is gonna stay. The ones that I'm meant to connect with, I'm gonna connect with. It's gonna be what it's supposed to be. So I appreciate that though. But yes. So that's what it is. I feel content. I feel like I shared what my heart needed to share. I feel like I shared what my heart needed to share. But, at the end of the day, my intention is only to help each individual lean into them more, to come back to their heart, to love and appreciate them in their entirety, where you are in this present moment. Not wait until you get to this perfect moment, because there is no perfect moment. Is loving and accepting yourself where you are right here, right now. And, you know, allowing yourself to learn and grow in this present moment, in this experience. The past does not define you. The future is just that. It's the future. You know what I'm saying? The only moment you have is this present moment. And there is no escaping you. So why not love, appreciate, and accept all of you where you are? Every part of you is lovable. It doesn't matter what you feel like you did wrong, what you feel like you didn't get. You know what I'm saying? It's coming back to knowing that you are worthy just because you are here, you're living, you're breathing. And every day that you get up and you choose life, especially in those moments that you don't want to and you still get up and you show up. I'm going to say this, like, I'm proud of you because I know what that's like. I know what it's like. And you may feel how I felt, because it was many times that I felt like, why or what? I don't know what that is, what that drive is that make me want to keep going. When everything in my life has made me say, girl, you should just give up. Like, it's it was my soul. I know that now, like, it was my soul. But I didn't know what it was before. But I just always had this drive. So you may be that person who, no matter what you've been through, you may feel like, man, I've been through some shit. Like, my life has sucked. You may feel like that, and that's valid. But the fact that you keep getting up, you keep showing up, even when you don't want to, says so much about the soul that's on the inside of you. It says so much about your inner strength, your inner wisdom. And even in that, like, you feel like you're not trusting your intuition, but you are, because you keep getting up and you keep showing up. So it don't have to be perfect. It don't have to be perfect. You're not perfect. You weren't meant to be perfect. It's about embracing your imperfections and knowing that it's okay to show up in this world and be you. You matter. Your voice matter. Your existence matters. So I just feel so good to be back home. To be back home. Back here. Like, for real. Back home. Because I felt so disconnected from myself for a long time. And so it feels good. And I realized that every road, every wrong turn that I felt like I took guided me back home to me. And so, yeah, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for that. So today, I had a beautiful cry, and it was tears of joy, tears of pure joy of being in this space and just acknowledging how every version of me, the hard work that they contributed to this life to get me to this space, like, all of that hard work that they did, like, I just had to love on them and just give them a hug and say, look, y'all did it. Y'all did it. Like, this is the moment that I have waited for my whole life. And it's just to feel at home within myself and to know that You know, I came here to experience this life. That's it. It's nothing that um can weigh me down or nothing defines me. Like, no, it's just an experience. And once you recognize that, like, it's freeing. So I have set myself free. I've set myself free through the hard work that I have put in. So I'm proud of me. And I just hope that the angel numbers is bananas. I love it. It went from 11 to 11 to 12, 212 to 313. But just confirmation again, them just confirming and reaffirming all the things. But I love y'all, and if nobody told you today, like, you are worthy. You are worthy in this present moment. Right now, where you are, with all of the things. All of the things. Maybe you have a whole lot of chaos going on. I don't know. Like, whatever it is, it don't matter. Like, you're worthy. You're worthy to work through it. You're worthy to let it go. You're worthy to break free from all of the illusions, dismantle all the things that the world has put on you. Like, you don't have to continue to receive the things that this world is trying to project onto you. Like, you have the power to say, that don't align with me. I don't agree with that. Your voice matters. Honor your truth. What feels good to you? What don't? The things that you have questions about, question them. Like, that's how you're going to set yourself free. Questioning everything, having your heart open to receive the answer, right? Because we can ask the questions, and then we ask the questions, and then when the answer comes, we like, oh, hold up. That's different from what the world is saying. So then we want to ignore it. But that's your soul talking to you. Your soul saying, yeah, that's what the world's saying, but your soul came here to experience something different. So I need you to listen. I need you to follow that narrow path that has many different roads, many different turns. Yep, your own path. It's your own path, not the wide path, the narrow path, which is your own. It's honoring your truth. Hi, I think I tuned in at a good time. I got a question. Speaking of going for asking, go ahead and ask your question. But yes, every step you make in life builds you up to be the phenomenal and very beautiful lady you are. Oh, thank you. Yes, and now I know that for myself. You know, it's, I keep saying, like, if you don't know it for yourself, like, people can tell you all the things, but until you know it for yourself, it don't matter. Because if you don't already know that you're beautiful, right? If you don't already know that you're beautiful, right where you are right now, apart from all the things, with no makeup on, if you don't have the finest clothes, whatever it is, like, if you don't know that beauty that's within you, if you don't know that, people can tell you you're beautiful all day. But if you don't believe it for yourself, it don't matter what nobody else is saying. The only voice that really matters is the voice within yourself. What you telling yourself, what you believe about yourself. You know what I'm saying? So yes, you pour into people, you plant the seeds, but at the end of the day, we have to do the work. Because it wasn't until I went within myself and I started to do the work that the things that people had been telling me my whole life, I wasn't able to embrace that until I accepted it for myself. So we hold the key, we hold the power. Nobody outside of us hold that power. We do. So it's trusting it. Let me see. Yes, most of all, people are beautiful or can be. Reminds me of some songs. Oh, thank you. I did that at a Sip and Paint, I think we went to. Me and my cousin, you have to give yourself self-validation and self-motivation. No one else's opinion really matters, especially the people who try to bring you down, especially those people. But the thing is the people that's trying to bring you down, what about how we bring ourselves down? Because those people only affect us when we're already bringing ourselves down, when we're already doing the damage to ourselves, the self-hatred, the feeling like we're not good enough because we done made all the mistakes, right? So holding on to guilt and shame, like the true freedom is letting go of the guilt and shame. But you can't let go of the guilt and shame until you accept it. So nobody has power over you at all. Really, it hurts you and the damage is done because you're already doing like the damage to yourself. But when you truly know who you are and you truly love yourself, loving yourself unconditionally, that means accepting all of you, all of your flaws, like every part of you. It's that. And once you do that, like nobody can come in and hurt you because you know who you are. It's like, I know my flaws. I know what I need to work on. I know what I'm working on. Like, you know you inside and out, whole and complete. You know you're not perfect. You know you're still learning and growing. Your heart is open to learning and growing. Once you accept you, like that's the superpower. Nobody have power over you after that because you know who you are. You've accepted all of you. So the past trauma, the things that you're ashamed of, like once you go and you work through all that stuff, you accept it. You're like, I ain't got no reason to be ashamed of that. Like that happened. It was an experience I had. I don't have to carry guilt and shame around that. Once you let go of the guilt and shame, you can talk freely, you can share freely because you're not ashamed of it. But if you're ashamed of whatever it is that you've been through, where you are in your life, the things that you have, the things that you don't have, like whatever that is, if you have guilt and shame around that, around you, guess what? Yes, then people have power over you. But when you accept all of you, man, nobody ain't got no power over you. Thank you for the compliments. So in saying all that you, wait. So in saying all that you do, you accept. And people just wondering. Wait, what? Also, so in saying all that you do accept, what is that supposed to be? And B, people just wondering. That can only stay maybe another 15 minutes. I think you'll accept non-binary people then. And while right now I'm the only one here, maybe to be, then suddenly. Yes, my second comment, please, since you said go ahead and ask. Your second comment. Okay, so first of all, yes, I love all people and accept all people because I accept myself. Whatever makes you happy, whatever choices you have made on your life to make you happy, guess what? Do you. And the reason why I can accept you is because I accept myself. The people who can accept you are people who have not accepted themselves. It's that simple. So the people that's judging you, the people that's condemning you, the people that's trying to make you feel bad about your choices, let's remember, this is your life that you're living. and this blows my mind. This is your life that you're living. So why the choices that you have made, why should it affect me? You're living your life. You're doing what makes you happy, what makes your soul happy. Why should that bother me? Why should that upset me? Okay, I'm going to answer that question. It would upset me and bother me. First of all, you're honoring your truth. If I'm somebody who's not honoring my truth, you're going to irritate my spirit. You're going to irritate me because I haven't gotten to a place where I can accept me and all of me and say, hey, this is who I am. I'm showing up in this life saying, this is who I am. Take it or leave it. So when you show up that way, people who are not in that space, in that energy, people who want to wear a mask, people who haven't accepted anything about themselves, they're living their lives based off of the world and what the world say they should be doing or how they should be moving or how they should show up in life. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. But those people, you're always going to irritate their spirit. So for me, I say, hey, as long as you are being true to you, as long as you're being true to you, and in your heart and your soul, you know that that's your truth with no question, no doubt, guess what? Hey, you all good in my book. Do you. And the reason why I can tell you do you, because guess what? I'm going to do me. I accept me for who I am. So that's why I accept you. So that's what it is. That's what it is right there. And I don't know if that answered your question. I know you said you had to go, but hopefully that did, because I feel like that was it. That was it right there. So yes, that's how it works. When you when you know who you are and you accept all of you, like that's the superpower to understanding the world and understanding the people in it, is to understand yourself. Because when you understand you and why you do what you do, why you show up the way you show up, when you're responding from ego versus soul, like when you know all of that about yourself, you can look at somebody and say, you know what? They operating all in their ego. Oh, wait, they don't like me? Let me just check in with myself. Do they know me? Nope. Did I do anything to them? No? Okay, so that's all about them. That has nothing to do with me. Guess what? You setting yourself free every time. Nobody have no power over me. I stand in my power. I honor my truth. And that's what it is. And because I do that for myself, I hold space for others to be exactly who they want to be. Whether they on that coin of wearing a mask, being hidden, and all of the things, or they're being authentic and true to who they are. Like I can hold space for both because neither one of them define me. I know who I am. I allow them to be who they are, where they are. I still have love, compassion, understanding for everybody, no matter where they are on their path. And the reason why I can do that is because I have that love, understanding, and compassion for myself. So I realized that I could not do anything for anybody. And that's hold space. That's accept people for who they are. That's have unconditional love. I couldn't do any of those things for anybody until I was able to do that for myself. So it starts with you. Once you begin to do those things for yourself, you begin to do those things for others. Once you begin to see and accept you, all of you, right? Because let's not pretend like we're perfect. Let's not pretend like we have it all figured out. When you know that you don't have it all figured out and you're not perfect, you can hold space for people, right? Yes, you can. I'm not even sure. Hold on. Can I share that on my channel, please? And just audio or both? Yeah, you can. It usually takes like 24 hours before it actually posts, but you're more than welcome to share. I'm not even sure I have as many answers as you do about it, and I will remember that set and always when needed. Okay, prove your point. You're quite passionate about. Wait. Oh, I don't think you're talking. Are you talking to me? I don't know if you're talking to me or you're talking to somebody in the chat. Oh, I think you're talking to somebody in the chat on that. I'm not sure what's going on. The chat is confusing. Okay. A lot of ways that make sense, more than just how people basically say why anyone bullies you. Went deeper, you rock. Oh, thank you. You rock. And you remember that. Like, stand in your truth and your power. That's it. Like, you hold the key and the lock to you. That's it. You think we go through life thinking that people have the keys and the lock to lock us in these things, but you realize that you have the master key and the master lock. Like, the whole time, the power was in you the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, everything that you need is on the inside of you. Everything that you need is on the inside of you. They, I heard, and I'm not sure. I'm just repeating this because it's what I heard. I'm not really sure how true it is, right? Because they say love is the highest vibration, and love is a beautiful vibration. But they say the highest vibration above love is to be authentic to yourself, to be your true self. That's the highest vibration. So as long as you in that, like I said, you being true to you with no question, no doubt, no fear, guess what? And there's different types of fear. So, of course, things are scary. We're changing, we're evolving. We're like, oh, hold up. This is me. Is the world going to accept me? Guess what? That don't matter. Do you accept you? Because then once you accept you, you're able to show up in the world beautifully, just as you are, with your flaws and all. So keep shining. Keep letting your light shine. Talking to you, not sure why it seemed I wasn't. Oh, because I thought you said it was something about, let me go back to it. Hold on. I'm not even sure I have so many answers as you do about it. And I will remember that. Set and always when needed. Okay. Proved your point. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm sorry. I had to reread it. You're quite passionate about it. So I think that's what, yeah, okay. I had to go back and reread it because I read that wrong, but you were saying that I was so passionate about what I was saying. But yeah, I'm passionate about it because it's my truth. Like, I know for myself. That's when I set myself free. So that's what it is. That's what it is. But all right, I got on here first. I'm proud of myself because I was, yeah, I trusted. I trusted the moment I had my food. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to eat first. Because if I eat first, I'm going to procrastinate and not get on. So I got out the shower. I was like, let me just share this from my heart because this is where I am. I took my little break that I needed. I'm back. And I'm glad I did. And I was going to turn my comments off. But I was guided to leave them on. And I'm glad I did. I waver sometimes because I'm like, you know what? I'm going to turn them off because I don't have time for the foolery. The people playing in the chat with the distractions. But then I have to tell myself, like, I like to challenge myself and say, you know what? Life is always going to have distractions. It's how you show up and how you respond to those distractions that matter. So you can't avoid the distractions. They're there. They're there. But it's how you choose to move with the distractions. So with the comments, you have the good and the bad, like I was talking about earlier. You can't have one without the other. So why should the good have to suffer for the bad with me turning my comments off? So I'm not going to turn them off. And when I'm guided to, I will. But, today I was guided to leave them on. So, like I said, I'm glad I did. And the universe just proved my point. Like, see, look at you trusting your intuition. And look at these beautiful interactions you had today. So, kudos to me for listening to my intuition. And again, like I said, I love y'all. I'm sending y'all lots of love. And if nobody told you today, you're amazing. And just let your light shine. Look, choose you today and every day. Choose you today and every day. You're worthy. You are the prize, okay? You're the prize. And you have to know that. Don't wait for nobody else to come and tell you. You have to know that you're the prize. So, peace, love, and light. Y'all have a beautiful day.